Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Sands and Abbott, a conversation. I'm Jay Sands.
And I'm Ernie Abbott. Great to be with you again this week, my friend.
Are you sure?
Well, let me check. Yeah. I'm good, man.
Well, let's get this road on the show. We got a special show for you today, so don't you go anywhere. We've got Terrell Osborne with us, and who is he? We're going to tell you in just a few minutes. Let's go. So, Mr. Ernie Abbott, how are you, my friend?
Well, things are going well up here in the New England area, Jay. It's a beautiful, beautiful day the Lord has given us today. The sun is shining, the spring is in the air, and I'm really looking forward to the weather turning around and improving. Although it's been cold, it's quite a nice day today. Really? How about down in your part of the world, my friend?
Well, I believe it's somewhere around 7. Well, let me just check the old weatherometer here. I've got 72 degrees from AccuWeather.com report. Sunny, partly sunny, and we had some rain. We're supposed to get a little more, I think. But other than that, it's really warm here, Ernie.
72. We ain't going to see 72 till like May up here, man.
May? You're probably not going to see that till September. Things are going up there.
But it's great to be with you again today, Jay. And again, we have a very special guest joining us.
Yes,
He's on the line with us right now, and I think we should get him here in the conversation. What do you think?
I think maybe we should leave him in the green room for a little longer. What do you think?
I told you about these guys from the Bronx here, T.O., you know what I'm saying?
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Terrell Osborne is joining us from Music One, musical director and executive director.
Executive and artistic director of Music One here in the local Rhode Island area, and none other than Terrell Osborne, the original T.O.
The original T.O. What's up, T.O.?
Yes, sir. What's happening? What's happening, Ernie? It's a pleasure to be on here with you guys. And
not as much as it is a pleasure to have you with us, my friend.
And I'm looking forward to some good conversation.
We're going to see. Yeah. I think so. So first of all, let's start off. Tell everybody what Music One is all about.
Music One? Well, Music One is a innovative music and multimedia program. It's designed to help our young people reach their full potential in the arts and entertainment business.
And what is it? What are the ethics that you teach them as far as music is concerned?
Well, we do all original music.
Uh-huh.
I don't allow them to do anybody else's music because it's about what you can do that can make a difference. We already had Aretha Franklin, we already had Elvis Presley, we already had James Brown.
Mm-hmm.
So we're looking for what you can do, and we do. It's all original. It's positive music. It's not necessarily like Mr. Rogers, but you know what I mean. But we say take the mic and say something. Like make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Like be the change that you want to see. Allow them to create that music. There's no swearing, there's no cussing, there's no talking about people. It's about making a difference. Because I'm a true believer that if more people will do the right thing, then more people will do the right thing. You know what I mean? So we're trying to lead them on a nice, raise their self-esteem, raise their self-confidence, let them know that they already possess the power to do, the unimaginable. So that's what the program is basically set up for. It's a music program, but it's more like life skills,
Yes,
and use music to get them in, because if it can't get them in, can't get the young people in, then you can't work on them. So,
that's for sure. Now, how do you? Go ahead. I'm sorry. I thought you were done.
Go ahead.
How do you get children to get into the program, or how do they get into your program?
Well, it's kind of like word of mouth kind of thing. I never advertised for it because I believe that the right people will show up. And if I advertise for it, then you got to filter people out. You got to,
right.
You got to do this or that. So I've been fortunate in the last 10 years. Right now I see up to like 60, 70 young people a week.
A week?
Some people, a week. Yeah, some young people have been with me for, since they come to Music One. When you come to Music One, you're always a part of Music One. So I have people that have been involved since I started, like 13 years ago. And now these young people, they've gone to college, they graduated, they got master's degrees, they got families, stuff like that, but they still teach some of the classes. They come back and they be, like prime examples of what you can do when you're doing things that are right. You do the right things, usually right things will come to you.
Now that's interesting.
It's like that ripple effect in life. One person tells another person that tells another person, and that positivity just keeps expanding and expanding. And like you say in your promotional information, one life, one love, and one community. And it's all about the power of that positivity. And again, building brighter tomorrows today with these young folks and those that have been through.
Right. The thing is, if they can't see it, then they can't be it. So you need to show them.
Yeah, I remember that song. You can see it, and you can believe. Well, who did that song? Oh, it'll come to me. I'm sorry. Anyway,
okay.
Talking about on the. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that's great stuff. That whole program that Terrell started many moons ago now, and how it's just a great thing for the youth of our community, and hopefully around the nation as an example. Because I know not to lead in, but Terrell took the group out on a nationwide tour. Last year they went all the way out to the left coast, if you will, out to California, touring, doing their thing. And they were very, very well received at TO. And I don't know if you wanted to talk a little bit about that trip and how positive that was to the kids in your program and also to those that you entertained and performed for.
Yeah, well, yeah. It was a positive experience for them. To be 15 and 16 and to be performing out in Los Angeles is powerful. Los Angeles and out in Malibu. What happened? We were contacted by Teresa, a lady named Teresa, and her husband. Her name was Teresa Cameron. She called me and she said she heard a lot about the program, and I was like, okay, yeah. And I'm talking to them. She said they just opened up a music school out in Malibu, and they were in the area. Could we come by and do something over there? And so I'm like, well, sure. You know what I mean? She said, well, you might know my husband a little better. So I know your husband, okay. She said, my husband is James Cameron. And I'm like, okay,
oh, jeez, really?
And so it's not ringing in my head. I'm like, it sounds familiar. I'm like, okay, sure, So I'm going to get back to you, and, blah, blah, blah. And so I got off the phone, and I Googled this James Cameron. I go, oh, that's James Cameron. Oh, okay. So anyway, we went out there in the following 3 weeks, and, they have a nice place out there in Malibu. And I brought the girls there, and they performed for the kids there, and they were overwhelmed, like she was. She said, "Oh my God, this is so great! This is, So we're going back out there in May. She asked us to come back because she says that they have an amphitheater, and she would love to do something at the amphitheater and invite a few of their friends. Like James and her would invite some of their friends.
That's
we're going back in May. That's one of the things we'll do. And then in May, we'll also be performing at the Universal Studios there, out there in L.A., and the girls will perform at the Staples Center. They'll do some things for a couple of the games. They'll do the national anthem at the Staples Center and at the Dodger Stadium.
Wow, fantastic. That is excellent. Because this is a perfect segue. Go ahead.
Yeah, the few of the schools that we'll be going to out there also to perform L.A., Malibu, and then down in San Diego. And prior to that, we'll be on the East Coast. We'll go to New York, go to New Jersey, go to Philadelphia, go to D.C., go to Baltimore, and we're going to go to Miami. And when we travel at these high schools, I put them in the roughest schools out there.
That's perfect.
And what happens, they make a connection. The kids get connected with them, Because nowadays you don't get to see a lot of positive things. You know what I mean? Everything that's bombarded on TV and radio is just, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Now that leads me to my. I've been dying to ask these questions. You went out to L.A. You were in the realm of the hip hop world out there, and have you gotten any feedback from the powers that be in the hip hop world? Because there have been people who try to change the landscape of rap music, and they're just against that. They're so against it because they're making so much money with it. How hard do you see it?
Yeah, well, the money is the root of all evil, first of all. And then we're not really in it. I'm not really in it for the money.
No, we know that.
Because it's the right thing to actually do. And pushback, we get pushback from people that are in the community sometimes. They're like, oh, look at them. They think they're like, this and that. But you know what? We are. We're the light that's in the dark. You know what I mean? And if more, like I said, if more people would do the right thing, more people would do the right thing. So somebody has to stand up. And so that's the stance that we've taken. And the world, I kind of teach these young people that are in the community, in the urban community, the world is bigger than your block. Music-wise, there's more people that will buy a Taylor Swift song that you think is kind of corny, right, than would buy your hip-hop stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then in that realm, like right now, the girls, I have these 4 girls, go a lot of places. When they go to middle schools and they go to some elementary schools, the kids are just, they bombard them. Like they got to sign autographs for 40 minutes, pictures or something like that. And so what happens is, that's your fan base. So you get these young kids that are young and they like it because they don't get to see positive ththings that are kind of cool.
And see, this
so
is
not like it's the ride.
another.
They just love it.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I got so many questions running in my head that I can't get them out. But go ahead, finish.
And they love it. The kids love it because they don't get to see that. And then our program gets to build a fan base. And and once you build a fan base and things start to work, as far as people in the world working means that they're getting money in, then you can do other things that you want to do for real. You know what I mean? Like you might want to do some polka music, because that's your passion. So you can do that, but you gotta get yourself a fan base or get yourself some foundation first of all. You know what I mean? And we just we just do what we do. I'm not trying to put anybody else down or whatever.
No, not at all. No, because to me, from what I'm hearing, you guys have actually penetrated the national arena, so to speak, in the hip hop world, which is very, very hard to do with positive messages.
Yeah, and when the girls sing, they do some rapping. Like we do gospel too, so we'll be in schools, and they're not really, schools nowadays. You can't really preach the gospel just like that.
No,
but we'll do it anyway. We'll do it anyway. We'll do a gospel song. And there's nothing you can do after we do it. It's already done.
Well, I don't think you're breaking any rules by doing a gospel song, even in a public school. I mean, it's music.
Yeah, but most schools, they're taking that out.
Yeah, well, because they don't want the message getting out. They want it secularized, and that's a whole other story. So we go and we do what we think is the best thing to actually do, and just encourage people, and give our young people opportunities. Because I wish when I was 15, someone would, have me traveling to these different places and doing some performances. And I think the key thing for our program is that it's free. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've never charged kids anything.
That's beautiful.
And that's just how we do it.
Well, I've got something here. It's called Change the World. Is that familiar to you? Do you know what that is?
Yeah, absolutely. We get a song called Change the World.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. Can you give us a little insight into the song? Because I'm going to play it right now because I want people to hear what this is all about. Why don't you set it up for us?
It's basically, it's like we all know the difference. I mean, like the thing, we all know the difference between right and wrong. And so I think it's to give the kids choices. Because a lot of kids, believe it or not, they don't have choices. Or they don't know what's right. So to give them those opportunities, and then, let's stand up for the right reasons. And that you possess the power to change things. You know what I mean? And it's just about that. It's just morally, just do the right thing.
And who are the artists on this song?
This song, the artist, it's a Margina's Abreu, Lily Jackson, there's a Eva Davenport, and a Chrissy Diamario. Which
All right, were these the are these the girls you were talking about earlier?
Excuse me?
I'm sorry. Are these the girls you were talking about earlier?
Exactly, yes.
Cool. All right. Well, let's listen to it. It's called "Change the World," and there's too many names for me to remember because it was too fast. But we'll say their names again. And this is, and you guys produced this music one.
Yeah, we produce all the music. We do all the originals. We do I tell the kids we do biscuits from scratch. So they have to create the music. They have to create it. They have to write the lyrics. If you want to be on a song, you got to write your part. You know what I mean? If you want to get a song that's on a CD, you got to produce it, and it's got to, it's got to say something. Like we say, take the mic and say something.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And here's the result of the work out of Music One for the last 10 years. Here we go. It's called "Change the World." Don't you go nowhere. We'll be right back.
We can change the world.
Voices are taking a musical message on the road.
Whether you hear them sing or talk, you think they're wise beyond their years.
We can change the world, but it starts with you, and it starts with me. We can change the world, but it starts with you, and it starts with me. At the end of every tunnel there's a light. It's gonna take some change to make it right. Is rearranged to pay the bills, and when you look outside, you get the chills. We gotta fight to reunite. The world is so different, there's something missing. Where's the love? Where's the love? World is full of darkness, people every day suffering and crying 'cause loved ones are dying. They ain't getting better, we gotta make a change, but it ain't that simple. It's not with you and me. Butterflies fly to the sun. Do what you can to make this world beautiful, so beautiful. We can change the world, but it starts with you, and it starts with me. Don't talk about the change, be the change. That's the first thing that I learned when I came into the game. I think it was the beginning of my freshman year, when Lady Hip Hop found it to my ear. There's so much violence in the world, children can't afford their clothes. Welfare mothers with their backs against the ropes. The suits and the overlords care about the gross profit, not about the people putting dollars in their pocket. We can change the world, but it starts with you, and it starts with me. It's overwhelming, can't get this in my head. Make a difference when everyone's fighting instead. We claim we help, and nobody knows your face. We've gotta push to get through this. We can try to make a change. Yeah, we change. Yeah, we change. We change. We change. Change the world. Change the world. Come on. Yeah, we change. We change the world. We can change the world, but it starts with you, and it starts with me. See, I don't think a day goes by where I don't hear sirens, somebody's cry. People don't know what's the truth or a lie, and some think the only way out is to die. So young people take their own lives, others put their lives on the line just so they can get paid. Can't you see country liberation. But is it really time to fight? Too many people dying. What about the families left behind? Can't you see the tears that they cry? Don't you think that this is for the good cause? That we're even running at we can change the world. But it starts with you, and it starts with me. We can change the world. But it starts with you, and it starts with me. We can change the world. But it starts with you.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Change the World by Music One. What a positive and wonderful message. It's nice to hear that again. It just is, because I'm from the era of T.O. where, I'm a Sinatra guy. That's what I do. I just, that music, and I fell in love with that, not only because of Sinatra himself, but the way the music was put together, the way it was written, the words, the composition, and how it all came together to make something beautiful and also send a message. So
Yeah, right. It definitely had a story to it.
Yeah.
Now, nowadays the message of the story is hardly any. And then the story they tell is just, they're horrible.
And we all know, because we spoke about this off air, about how horrible it is in some of the inner cities and how life
Right.
can be. We get that, but I think there's a way to tell those stories without, being so graphic. I mean, you can be graphic
Right,
with
right.
words without using
Right.
bad words.
Yeah, most of young people that do it, I tell them that the only reason why you're swearing is because you don't have a vocabulary. They're like, oh yes we do. I said, all right, then prove me wrong.
Right.
Look at that.
Please prove me wrong. I mean, because you can say the things you're saying, but you don't have to say it that way. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like go to school. You want to do something? Go to school. You know what I mean?
There you go.
I tell people, you want to be, you want to be cool. Do you really want to be cool? Yeah, well then graduate. You know what I mean?
Oh man, look at that.
You
That's
want to be extra
fantastic.
cool, then get your master's degree. You know what I mean? If you want to be like the man or the diva or all these things that you're talking about, then I challenge you to get your doctorate. But then when you say, what's up, that's what's up. You know what I mean? That's what they set you free.
That
Yeah.
is,
It's not any of those, new Michael Jordans you buy or the new house you have, or whatever. It's the it's the truth that's going to set you free. It's your education. You know what I mean? So I try to, let them know, and I'm just letting them know things that they already know. Sometimes they don't know that they know.
well, reinforcement is the big thing here. That's what it is, and that's what a lot of kids aren't getting. And again, that's we spoke about it earlier. That's what they kick up with O'Reilly is. He's talking about kids that don't have, adults supervising correctly, kids that listen to this stuff and see this stuff all the time. Listen, if you're an adult, knock yourself out. Hey, I love looking at Beyonce. Don't get me wrong. But
Right,
kids, they don't need to be hearing this or seeing this. Let them develop first. Let them develop their minds. They're giving children too much power these days, and their minds just can't handle it. And
Yeah, they expose them too much too soon.
too soon, too quick.
So they get corrupted. Their thinking gets corrupted. You know what I mean? And it's a shame. It's just a shame. And that's why we have this program. And this program is really is constructed to support young people and young artists at various stages of the individual artistic development. With diverse resources, which include the environment needed to support creative artistic growth, a venue for performance, and a guidance necessary for them to realize their full potential. And that's what we're built around.
Wow.
Yeah, well, you're all about educating the whole person too, I believe, T.O. You provide mentoring, leadership development, and like you said, empowerment. And, going along with that, as people grow older, I think you discover that you have two hands, one for helping yourself and the other for helping others.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's how we should look at it, right? I mean, because if I have like 100 steaks, I can't possibly eat all those. I need to give some away.
Yeah.
But nowadays, people will want to hold on to them and have 50 of them go rotten, just because they say that they have it. It's not that way, man. You need to help somebody. And helping somebody is only helping you. You help yourself. It took me a long time to figure out that it's better to give than it is to receive.
Oh, that's so true. That's so true.
As I say to you many times, T.O., to change one life is to change the world, and I really, truly believe that.
That's right. You know what I mean? And I say to the kids, well, how are we going to move this mountain from here to over there? So how would you do that? Oh, well, it's just one, a pebble at a time. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like, I'll say sometimes in some things, I'll say, so how do you eat an elephant? They're looking at me like, you crazy? I'm like, no, just answer me. So how do you eat an elephant? They're like, oh, man. I said, okay, you guys give it, I said, we eat them one bite at a time.
Yeah. Piece at a time.
That's how anything is. The longest journey begins with the first step.
Amen to that.
You got to do something. Because something beats nothing every time.
That's true. That's exactly true. And whether it's music, whether it's life, whether it's family, structure is it's like an armature inside a clay figure that keeps the foundation strong. That's your foundation. And if you got structure and foundation, everything is it's gonna just grow and grow strong.
Right. You know what I mean? I say every week is like the worst thing you can do. The worst thing you can do is nothing at all.
That's right.
So do something, please. You know what I mean? And it's for people that are elders. The elders is to give young people opportunities and to show them the right way. You can't tell somebody stop smoking if you're smoking.
Yeah.
You can't tell somebody to stop drinking if you're drinking. You know what I mean? You got to set that example because a picture's worth 1,000 words.
So what is your view, Terrell, on kids? How do you get to kids that don't have that guidance? See, that's what a lot of people think now, that you can't get to these kids because there's no adult supervision, a lot of them, and those that do have, that's on shaky ground. How do you get to those kids? How do you make them see that there's another way?
Well, I mean, the thing is, but that, you really can't make them see. And what happens is, I've had some kids come that were like that, and it came to a school program, and I told them, well, then this is not for you. It's not for everybody. If you can't do it, then fine. I'm not saying this is what you have to do. You know what I mean? And then someone will leave, but some will come back. Because they see it. Like I can't make you see it. I can't make you do anything. But I've had some kids that have been in the program that the program, but I like to say that they changed their own lives. I just gave them the tools. Right. You have to use them. No, it's up to you to use them or not use them. So and then I tell a lot of people that run other programs, and they'll say to me, well, you don't have this kind of kids or that kind. I say, because that's your job. That's not my job. My job is to work with the kids that come to me. Those are the kids. You know what I mean? I don't advertise. Because if the kids find their way to my program, it's because they was looking for that.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So those are the ones that God would have me work with. So,
absolutely.
And, so, I mean, I'm just walking this path. This is the path that, God's put me on. So it's not like, because if it was up to me, I'd be doing something else. You know what I mean?
You know what I say to you, T.O., what this is all about to me, and it's that quote, that great quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson: do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. And I think that's what you're doing with this program. With these
blazing trails. Yes, and I'm surprised that the national media hasn't picked this up. It's like, what's wrong with these people?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, when I started, my mother thought I was crazy. So, it's like, I don't know how I'm going to pay my next bill or pay my next whatever, right? I'm not worried about that. And I started, I said 13 years ago, like that, and we're still going. We're still going. Because, you know, my thing was, because I'm a plastics engineer. I used to work for Hasbro like for 15 years.
Wow.
I did engineering for like over 20 years. I stopped all that. Music is my passion. Now, and I played in, you know, nightclubs. I played, you know, from here to London to, you know, California to Canada, whatever, all those things. But, you know, it came to me that if I do things for money, say I just do things for money, I can spend that. You know, it's going. Money's going. You know what I mean? But if I do things for the right reasons, right, that all that will come with it when it's supposed to. You know what I mean? Right. And so when I started, you know, a year later, they're like, so Terrell, so what if you fail? What if you fail? I said, I can't fail. They're like, why? I said, it's already a success. Wow. You know what I mean? So I keep that every day, and I just do what I can. And, you know, and there's no, you know, basically there's no better feeling than helping somebody.
Yeah, and, that's true. And you know what? These children will be better people. God, I'm sorry. The better people, right? And how it started was, you know, that's 13 years ago I started the program. And then, you know, about 10 years ago, there's this young man who would come to our shows, and he would, you know, following me around. He was calling me, he was paging me, and he wanted me to be a mentor, to be his mentor. And I'm like, yeah, I don't really have time for that. I mean, what is that anyway? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then he was persistent. So I went to his school and to find out what this mentorship was about. And, you know, from that day to now, I have 10 interns. Wow. You know what I mean? I'm a mentor to a lot of them. And this kid's getting married tomorrow. So I'm going to his wedding tomorrow. But, you know, he's graduated college. You know, he's doing the right thing. And when he came, I thought I was teaching him, right?
Mm. Yeah.
But really, he was teaching me.
Ah.
So you know, God comes in a lot of different shapes and forms.
He certainly does. And he does strange things, but he gets his job done.
Right. That's right. And so this kid is like, you know, when he came, you know, when I listened to him, I was doing what I'm doing. I'm like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, man, it just came so clear to me. And so, you know, whatever I'm doing, whatever people think I'm doing, I owe it all to him.
Wow.
You know, and, you know, because he's a humble kid, he's still humble, and he's still like, you know, he's a big believer, like in the Lord. But when he came to me, he really wasn't, you know. And then after he was saying to me, "Well, this is what you said, right? You said this, right?" I'm like, "Did I?"
I love it when they throw it in your face and they're right. I love it.
Right, you know. So I mean, you know, what this is priceless. So, you know what I mean? It's a, you know, and I see the industry, they're just about money, it's about money, and they're destroying lives. They're not helping anybody. But
in their minds they are. They're helping themselves to
helping themselves.
Money.
The world would be a lot better if they do it the other way.
And they do it under the guise of getting the story out. They're artists, they're this, they're that. But, you know, I mean, how many times can you tell the same story with the same lyrics in a different way? Mm-hmm. It's, you know, but they keep doing it, and it's, I don't know. I just don't get it.
Well, but you know why? Because, you know, like, you would think baby bottles, right? Well, you know, baby bottles. Like, when I worked for Hasbro, you know, I worked in a trade school division, too. You know, making baby bottles, and you got everything pacified, so that because there's babies born every day. So it's new again. You know what I mean? Mm. You know, as I was saying, like, there's a sucker born every day. Yeah. And so that's what they do. They prey on the new wave of people, because they already polluted the older ones, and so now there's no defense for the younger ones. Yeah. It's just a mass pollution.
Well, there is now, and Music One is the answer.
Well, you know, I say that I'm just trying to do my part. And, you know, just think if everybody else was trying to do their part, how much better this place would be.
Yeah, just a little bit.
And it's up to all of us. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, to stand by and do nothing is the worst thing you could possibly do.
No, I try
we all know
to.
that story. Yeah, we all know that story about, they came back for the Jews and I didn't do anything. They came back for the other people, I didn't do anything. They came back for these people, I didn't do anything. And then, so sooner or later, they're coming back for you.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Wow, that's perfect.
Yeah, so, you need to stand up. And we all know, really, in our hearts, what's right and what's wrong.
We do.
Morals, and the morals, is what will make a difference. Like we were saying, there's no money in that, but that money is what's going to tear you down. Like I don't have much money, I don't have much of anything, but I'm rich.
There you go. Yes, that's right. You're rich beyond your wildest dreams, and that's. Money can be made anywhere. It can be made anywhere. It really can. And when you do things for the right reasons, like you keep saying, it just enriches your life.
It is better to give than to receive. Because when I was teaching TO, I would always encourage my students, if they could do just one random act of kindness every day, whether it's helping a neighbor put their trash out to the curb, or cutting their grass, or cleaning their gutter, just one little thing that we can do to a neighbor, to a fellow American. And if we could encourage everybody to do just one little thing a day, you think about how tremendous, even more tremendous our country could be, in that regard.
Right, because we all need one another. Everybody needs, what I mean? If we all work together, it can only get better. Because any chain is only as strong as its weakest link.
That's right.
So we have a bunch of weak links running around, and that makes us weak too.
Yeah. Well, it's time for people to check it before they wreck it.
Oh, you go, Mr. Abbott.
Right, T.O.? I'm stealing another T.O. pro before you.
Yeah, like you got to check yourself before you wreck yourself.
That's it.
I mean? Because you might be the problem.
That's it.
You know what I mean? And not even know it. So I mean, I just try to keep it basic. Just try to keep it simple. You know what I mean? Like life is a bunch of 1 and 1 equals 2. That's all it is.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And it's a shame how many people don't know that math.
Right. You know what I mean? Like people think that this trigonometry and this geometry and all this stuff is really the stuff, but that doesn't add up to anything. That's A squared times B squared is C squared. That's nothing times nothing. It's still nothing to it. You don't have anything to get to 1. So you get 1, and you add 1, so 1 and 1 is 2. So that's the process. And a lot of my kids will have some problems with it. Say they're in school, they can't figure something out. I'm like, so what's the problem? Well, I don't know. I said, so tell me something. How much is 1 and 1? They're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, no, just answer my question. How much is 1 and 1? They're like, okay, 2. I said, right, you already got the answer. See, there it is. Now go back in there and do what you need to do. Because it's that simple. The process. That's what you need to know is the process. And then, so now you know. Just like anything, like in chemistry, things are broken down to molecules. You know what I mean? And you put a bunch of molecules together, now you got wood. You got plastic. You put them together, you got this other thing. So, just keep it simple. That's all you got to do. And that's the hardest part with most people. They want to make it complicated. It's not complicated.
Jay, I got this little thing I'm sending in Skype right now. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I want to send this to you. This was MLK. Martin Luther King Jr. did a quote about, so just 1:31. Let me put this in. Hold on here. Let me segregate it here and put it in the queue here. This is MLK talking about to serve and how, if you could just play this, I think T.O. would really find this quite interesting. This is MLK talking about how you don't have to know trigonometry to serve. You don't have to know the theories of relativity to serve. You don't have to know, going along with what you were just saying, T.O.
Okay.
But and when we come back after this, Jay, maybe we could talk briefly, T.O., if you got a few more minutes, just about your great program you're doing over on a terrestrial station over in your area, and talk a little bit about that possibly.
Okay.
Thank you very much. And again, this is Terrell Osborne, the Executive and Artistic Director at the Music One program host of In the Spirit, Southern New England's #1 gospel program on 95.5 WBRU.
Interesting. I like the way you said that, Ernie.
Well, yeah, I got a little practice. I got a little practice with that with T.O.
All right, here it is.
Have a listen to this. This is tremendous.
This is powerful. Martin Luther King.
If you want to be important, wonderful. If you want to be recognized, wonderful. If you want to be great, wonderful. But recognize that he who is greatest among you shall be your servant. That's a new definition of greatness. This morning, the thing that I like about it, by giving that definition of greatness, it means that everybody can be great. Because everybody can serve. You don't have to have a college degree to serve. You don't have to make your subject and your verb agree to serve. You don't have to know about Plato and Aristotle to serve. You don't have to know Einstein's theory of relativity to serve. You don't have to know the second theory of thermodynamics in physics to serve. You only need a heart full of grace. Soul generated by love. You can be that servant.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tremendous.
That is.
What'd you think of that, T.O.?
Yeah, it's powerful.
Yeah.
And it's great because everybody has the power. It's great. You already possess the power. I mean, sometimes you just don't know it. You know what I mean? And because you're trying to so much, do this trigonometry thing. So it's right in front of your face. Like a lot of people can't see the forest or the trees.
That's so true. So true. You said earlier that you guys will be coming to Miami. When is that?
We're trying to get down there before the end of May. We got a few things that we were trying to work out with the Universal Studios down there.
Oh, cool. You got to let me know when you do that because I'd love to come and see you.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean?
Either Miami or Orlando. Either one. I mean, it's a 4-hour trip to Miami from here, but I don't care. I'd come down just to see you and say hi.
Yeah, because, we say, like, Miami. And, I'm in contact with a few schools down there, so we're trying to work the dates out so it makes sense for us. You know what I mean? Because I was trying to go to Miami and go to Atlanta, like, in the same trip.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? We might have to go down, come back home, and then go, then go over to Atlanta. But we got a lot of requests from a lot of different places, so we're just trying to make it make sense for.
Logistically.
Yeah, because we don't charge the schools like when we go there. We don't really say okay, it's going to cost you. But some of them are like down in Philly, they wanted me to fill out like a bunch of forms because they was trying to. They're like, so we have to pay you, blah, 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 and go through all these forms. I'm like, yeah, but, I'm not asking you for any money. Like, they were like, huh?
Yeah,
like,
right.
What do you mean? I mean, I'm saying, what do you mean what I mean? I'm saying, we're going to come down, we're going to be in that area, we'll come to your school. I'm not asking you for any money. Well, for sure, then. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right away.
And that's the whole thing, because we get our funding from different organizations, from different companies and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I'm never asking people. People ask me to do something for their event. Say, oh, Terrell, how much is it going to cost us? I go, I don't know. I'm like, you know what? You can make a donation. They're like, no, but what's the cost? I said, you can't afford the cost. What's the cost? I said, the cost is $1 million. That's how much it costs. They're like, what? I said, but you can't pay that, right? No, all right, then just make a donation. And so, and they usually don't have a lot of money, and I'm not really looking for the money because that'll come to us some way, some shape, form, And so people were asking me all the time, so how can you afford to take those kids to California? So, you know what I mean? It just happens. Like, I do an event called First Friday. It's First Friday. It's like a holy hip hop event, like it's in a church, and it's about. And we have young people come and preach, and you know what I mean. And you know, nowadays young people, they have these step teams, but they, you know, they're gospel. They have the liturgical dances. They have they have holy hip hop. It's hip hop, but it's Christian hip hop. You know, and we have traditional gospel, and you know, we're just trying to get the families to come out. And so, and you know, it's free admission. You know, and it's free food, and it's free fellowship. So I just give the food away. You know what I mean? And so people are asking, they say, well, so you must be making money over there for First Friday. So how much money you making over there? So I'm not making any money. They're like, you're not making money? I'm like, no. They're like,
well, what are you doing it for? What are you, crazy?
Yeah. And I'm doing it because I'm in service. That's what God would have me do. So I'm doing it.
And I've been to that event 2 times with my niece, T.O. We've been there twice. 2 times we've been to your First Friday back several months ago, but she absolutely loved it, and I loved it, and the kids were tremendous. And I think, you know, this gospel rap and holy hip-hop, whatever brings young people into the church, whatever way you want to spread that message, you know, whether it's traditional gospel or what have you, or this gospel rap or holy hip-hop, it's all good, man. It's all good. It's tremendous stuff.
Amen.
Right, it's good. I mean, you know, and like, again, you can't work on them unless you get them in.
Yeah, that's right. You know what I mean? That's right. That's right.
You get them in, and then some people, you know, at the church wherever, now this new youth pastor, we're kind of like not at odds or whatever, but you know, she's like, well, you know, that I'm not taking them to another level kind of thing, right? And I'm like, well, that's your job.
Yeah. I can't do it all.
I get them in. You know, I'm not the preacher, so you know, I got them in, so you preach to them.
There you go.
But everybody has a job. So everybody can't drive the car, you know, and everybody is as important as the other piece of the puzzle. I mean, like the CEO of the company can't do his job unless the janitor is doing his job.
There you go.
And then the janitor can't do his job unless the CEO is doing his job.
Right.
So we're all important, you know. Maybe God has you be the best backseat rider, so then do that.
There you go. Because He gives each and every one of us a very special mission in life. There is somewhere for you to be and something for you to do. And when you succeed, you've found what it is that He wants you to do.
Yeah, segueing into that, T.O., I know you have a limited amount of time left with us.
Yeah, we really
appreciate you being with us today. But Terrell is also the host of a gospel program, talking about that a minute ago, called In the Spirit, which is on from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. every Sunday morning here on a local terrestrial station. And it is Southern New England's #1 gospel program. And, you know, as I mentioned when we were talking earlier before we came on the air, that I've been all over this country when I was in the service, as you know, Jay, for 10 years. And traveled around many parts and places. And, you know, the Midwest and the South gospel music is a very popular genre of music. And I've listened to many different shows. But there is none any better than the one Terrell's doing every Sunday morning, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m., called In the Spirit, here in the Southern New England area. And like I said, it's the #1 gospel program. And, you know, I look forward to it each and every week, man. It just lifts you up. It's motivational. It's inspirational. It's tremendous stuff you're doing, T.O., also over the airwaves on WBRU, man. Great stuff, brother.
Well, yeah, I mean, again, that's, you know, that's God's work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I never imagined being on the radio ever. You know what I mean? And you know, and growing up, and I still stutter now, but I was a tremendous stutterer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who would have imagined this guy being on the radio? You know?
Wow.
And what I do is, I don't listen to any other gospel shows because I don't know what they do.
Right. Yeah.
And I just do what I do, and I play the music that I'm trying to minister to myself.
Yes, indeed.
And doing that, and it's called In the Spirit, and the station always wanted me to try to program it. You know what I mean? Try to, you should get like a program list and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm not going to do that because it wouldn't be in the spirit. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Let me do what's going on right now because, like I always say, you don't need to watch to know what time it is because the time is always now.
Right, right.
And I'm just fortunate enough to be on that, to have that show for the last 4 years. I'm fortunate to have people like yourself calling in and showing their encouragement. And, I'm just trying to do, God's work. I'm not trying to do my work. Like I said, if it was up to me, I'd be in the nightclub somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
And you mentioned, like, I have, I missed one Sunday in the 4 years, but only because we was in North Carolina doing the gospel festival. But I mean, it's something that he would have me do, so I do it. Whether there's 2 feet of snow outside or no snow, I'm gonna be there because I think we need it. I'm not saying I'm gonna be there for other people. I need to be there for me too. So I mean everybody, And I don't know. So I don't know what I'm gonna do from minute to minute. You know what I mean? But I know I'm gonna do something.
Yes, indeed.
And we do have the #1 show in Southern New England, and we've got way over 10 to 20,000 listeners every Sunday morning, and people chime in from different states. We stream live online, and I enjoyed it. And I'm glad that people are about.
I'd say it's one of your loyal fans of that show and what you're doing on with that platform it's like I said, it makes my week, man. It just gets me in the spirit. In the spirit, I am. Every time I listen to that show, man, you put me in the spirit, brother. And it's a great, tremendous show you're doing over there, and what you're doing to for your callers that call in, and many, going through tough circumstances or tough times, as many of our people are throughout our country right now. And I think you just bring them encouragement back to them as they bring to you, and it's just tremendous. So I like I said, I can't say enough good things about what you're doing with that program as well, T.O. Yes.
I appreciate that. You know what I mean? And like I said, I think you guys are, having me on, or just inviting me. You know what I mean? So that's an honor in it, like in itself, because it's always nice to be wanted.
I'll tell you, I think when you get back from your tour, your next tour, maybe we can have you come back on and talk a little bit about that, and I don't know, maybe you can even talk to maybe a couple of the artists in your program. Maybe we can talk to them as well, possibly set that up and have them speak a little bit about what the experience means to them. That would be tremendous too. We could talk about that off the air, but again, what you're doing out in the community, T.O., is just tremendous. And as you always say, it's better to give than to receive, man. And I think people, I know anytime I've given of myself, whether it's my time or whatever the case might be, I've always felt better, and always felt, for lack of a better term, just proud of being able to do that and serve and to help our fellow citizens out there, whatever little way that you can do.
That's right. I mean, like I said, something beats nothing every time. You know what I mean? And I'm just fortunate enough to be able to do something. You know what I mean?
That's right.
And somebody's listening. You know what I mean? And for the young people, it's just that they need to see. They need to see it so they can be it. You know what I mean? A lot of my kids, they're like kids nowadays, they might not respect their parents as much because they think the parent's supposed to do it for them. Well, you're supposed to love me. You're supposed to. You know what I mean?
Right.
And for someone that's not attached to them anyway, to care about them, they kind of open up a little bit more.
Yes.
I just remembered that song that you were talking about because you keep mentioning. It's "I Believe I Can Fly."
Yeah, that's right.
If you can be it, you can do it.
Right.
If you can see it,
if I can see it, I can be it.
There you go.
That's right.
That's right. I believe I can fly. That's right. So that's powerful right there. That's what it's all about. Like I always
believe
say,
it.
If you're a believer, right? And what's the first thing a believer has to do? They have to believe.
That's right. That's right.
And that's what it's all about. So I mean, it's about empowerment, but you already possess the power.
Believe it, and you can achieve it.
That's right. That's right. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. You know what I mean? So yes, it was a pleasure being on with you guys, and I'm looking forward to the next time that that we can be on.
Well, you have an open invitation anytime you want, Terrell or T.O. I don't know what to call you anymore. You got so many names.
Yeah, well, what happens is a short story. It's a real short. So this T.O. thing, right? What happens is a lot of times I'll be places and people will call me to the Terrell Osborne and say, "Oh, you're Terrell Owens." I'm like, look, let me tell you something, man. This my name is Terrell Osborne. As a matter of fact, I'm the original T.O. You know what I'm saying? and so that's how that came about. But then I didn't have a name for the radio. And my cousin was telling me, "Yeah, the original T.O., the original T.O." I'm like, "Yeah, whatever. Okay, sure, fine." Yeah. So I use that. You know what I mean? But I'm the original T.O. because it's not Terrell Owens.
Yes, indeed. So we've been joined by the executive and artistic director of the Music One program, and a great program it is, talking about one life, one love, one community, the power of positivity, building brighter tomorrows today. And I'm talking about Terrell Osborne, the original T.O. Yeah, thank you so much, T.O. Appreciate your time, today, my friend. And best to your friend that's getting married tomorrow. And you keep it on, my friend, and love what you're doing out there in the community, and encourage everybody to get involved as well out there. So again, thank you, T.O.
And remember, you've got an open invitation here anytime you want it, T.O.
Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
And do me a favor, say hello to Jeffrey for me, will you?
I will. I will. I'm going to see Jeffrey in 2 weeks.
Cool.
On the wings of love.
That's right. Tell him we miss him, man. We need more. See, that's what we need more. We need more people like him out here. The stuff from the 60s, that all that music, the Temptations, Jeffrey, all those people that made that music what it was. We need them back, man.
Right. We call it the real music.
That's it.
There you go. That's it. Well, I'll see you Sunday, T.O. Take care and have a blessed day, my friend.
All right, thank you.
Ciao. Thanks again, Terrell.
Ciao.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Terrell Osborne from Music One, doing a fantastic job with the youth of today and teaching them what it's like to make music and to get a message out without having to demean anybody. That's what it's all about. It's a fantastic thing to be doing, man.
I didn't realize, that he's working with 60 to 80 kids every week, man. That's
amazing.
Wow, and like he said, he's got kids that have graduated from the program, that have received their college degrees, and they're getting married and having families of their own, and it's just self-perpetuating. The message just keeps carrying on and building and growing, and think about many communities in our country that could do with a program such as this, for sure.
Without a doubt. I think this is going to go down as maybe one of the best shows so far we've done. Right up there with Ellis.
Yeah. Well,
good messaging, man.
Yeah. When I was talking to him and just getting to know him over the course of the last couple of years, I knew he'd be a great person to have on board. It kind of fits right in with a lot of things you and I espouse on this platform and others. Just about personal responsibility and people that it's within them to change whatever circumstance they might be in, and to see that there is another way. To get by in life, and it doesn't have to be negativity and put downs. It can be positive and uplifting, and it's all good. More of that is needed tremendously. for sure.
Without a doubt, my friend. And I'm glad that we have the opportunity to do this. And I really can't wait to see. I hope he does get to Orlando over here, or even I'd even go to Miami to see them. I would.
Yeah, they'll be down there. They're touring all over the country. You know, as he mentioned earlier, you know, they're going to be out and about. So yeah, if you have a chance to check them out, you know, that would be a great thing, man. Great thing, because like I said, I've been to his First Fridays program, which he does the first Friday of every month, bringing in the youth to a local church, and they get up there and get to do their thing in whatever way they see fit, and it's some great stuff, man. I'm telling you, I brought my niece Hannah over there a couple of times, and she absolutely loved it, you know.
But that's it. Once they're exposed to it in the proper way, in the way that he's doing it, there's no way that they can enjoy it. You know what I'm saying, Ernie? It's like you know, when you taste, I don't know, sugar for the first time. Wow, this is good stuff. I didn't know this existed.
Yeah.
So, you know,
like the first time you get that AC in the car, man. When, you know, once you have it.
Oh wow, I thought you were going somewhere else with that one.
You can't do without it, man. Going back to what you're saying, you know, once you have something like that,
it's good and it works, and what a great message.
But you know, she was listening to the music, and you know, after a while, you don't even realize you're listening to some gospel, some good uplifting lyrics and things along those lines. It's just good stuff, good music. It's got a good message, and you know, it's tremendous stuff, man. Like you were saying earlier, you know, with Terrell, what he's doing with his students, and what Adam Walenta's doing down there in Connecticut with his rap music and all the friends he's affiliated with. It's hopefully this message will just keep growing and growing and growing, that there is a way to be creative and be put out a good beat, a good sound, and still not have any put downs or any of those, you know, four letter bombs that we hate hearing.
Yeah. You know, I really wish we could do a show together. I'd love to do that.
What's that?
I MC a show. I could do a little music, get these guys together, let them do a live show. I mean, I think that would be fantastic.
Oh, you kidding me? That'd be tremendous, without a doubt.
That would really be something.
Bring in you could bring in it would be a very eclectic blend of artists, that's for sure. But eclectic is good, man. There's nothing wrong with that.
That would be
a little different flavor. Yeah, that would be tremendous, man. That would be absolutely tremendous. I would love to see that. I want
to say hello to John Biven, who's listening, I believe, on Shoutcast, if I'm not mistaken.
We're on Shoutcast today.
Oh, yeah, we've been on Shoutcast every week.
Are you on Exact FM as well today?
Yes, we're on Exact FM as well. I've got the encoders going. Yep.
Beautiful.
So
I posted links up into a couple of Facebook pages of people access the program when they have a chance. So the links are up there in a couple of places. And, you know, before we go today, you think we should talk a little bit about the other big project we got going on?
I think we really should, my friend. Oh, Paranormal Phil is in the chat room, really?
Yeah.
Wow, hey, Phil.
Yeah.
There's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Yeah,
I used to love listening to his show. Paranormal Phil.
Thank you for stopping by. I think he's out there in the left coast, out there in Cali somewhere.
Wow. Fantastical. So talking about, doing good in the world, Mr. Ernie Abbott has put together a well, you know the word I'm trying to, I don't even know what word I'm trying to say. Anyway, a fantabulous program. We were just kicking it around just a week ago Tuesday, and before the weekend was over on Monday, actually Tuesday, we were ready to go with the Wounded Warrior Project. Ernie put it all together. He got everybody involved. He got the Wounded Warrior Project involved, simply because I said, you know what, maybe if we could collect some money and I'd shave my stash. He took it to a whole other level. We started at $500. We're up to $3,000. Each level has something else going on.
Yes, we have a lot of people that have stepped up to help out with this effort to get some money to help out the Wounded Warrior Project, which is very close and dear to my heart, as I know it is for you, Jay. And so I think it's a tremendous thing with, $500 where we get the Sandman to shave the stash for cash, and then we got $750. The Southern Cowboy Ed will be shaving his dome and his face, and then we got the $1,000 Goofy Bone is offered to shave his head. Then we got $1,500 where Miss Spiven is offered to shave a part of her anatomy as well, and and then we
Let's
go up
just say the fur will be flying.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. It will be done in a very
eclectic way. No, that doesn't work.
No, very not in
a non-invasive way.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
there you
indeed.
go.
Very,
non-invasive.
A very so we have a very great.
You're stumbling there, Ernie. That's never happened to you.
What's that word? Bodacious? Who's using that?
Bodacious tatas. I love
bodacious, that. Yes. Bodacious meaning having a quality that attracts one's attention. So bodacious, noteworthy, memorable, notable, observable, outstanding, remarkable, exceptional, extraordinary. All those sort of adjectives to describe this program we got going on here to raise money for these wounded warriors returning from deployments overseas, and many with significant physical injuries and loss of limbs and so forth and so on. They need a lot of assistance. And also, as we mentioned, those that have no physically evident injuries, but have a lot of mental things that they're dealing with regard to PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, and due to some of the things they've seen and been involved with on their deployments. And it's it's about making them whole again, and not only them but their families as well. And I think that's what really interests us in this program, Jay, is the family involvement. And many times the family members that were left back behind while these were deployed, and these guys and girls come back and they're a changed person, and many times there's a lot of acrimony and a lot of difficult situations that have to be resolved, and getting the families again, like I said, whole again, and letting them move forward from whatever experiences the military member has seen or been through. And that's a very important part, an important component of this whole program, I believe.
Yes, that's what drew me to it. Not that they're not doing the right thing; they are, and there are a lot of charities out there that help service members when they come back. But this particular program, like you said, it incorporates the family, and it doesn't leave the family out. It brings them in and gets them connected again. See, that's what's been missing, I think. All these years with our wounded warriors coming back, they didn't know how to connect to their families again, and they were left alone, and a lot of them went the way of checking out, and
yeah, unfortunately, you're right about that. You're right. You're so true. And it's a tough situation, and it's like I said, it's just with their programming and what they're doing to empower these families and these military folks to move on with their lives, and they support them, and they help them with once they get out of the military, they help them with their getting another job and employment, and just a whole big effort, and very well-rounded, very well-rounded effort. And in light of that, I want to take a minute just to thank those that have already contributed. Although the program doesn't officially start until Monday, St. Patrick's Day, the 17th, and run till the 31st of the month, we're able to get things going, quite quickly. They're great people over there at the Wounded Warrior Project, very receptive to those that want to help them out, obviously. But great community service they're doing, and I just wanted to recognize the top contributors to our fundraiser thus far. We have Jersey Bees, a gentleman that's just started popping in and listening to our shows of late. He's donated $100, which is tremendous. I can't say enough about what a great contribution that is, and it goes directly to the Wounded Warriors. We'll talk about that in a minute. But we have Barco, $69. We have the John Bivens Show, $28. We have Amanda, who's in the chat room right now, donating $25.
Yes.
We have a fan of 186.2 Goofy Bone Station donating $1.86. Chewy Baca, the first donator to kick it off, $10, and Angela Truth, $5. So we're almost 50% at our goal before the program even officially starts. So I know by Monday, by the close of business Monday, by the time the Night Talk with Jay Sands goes off the air on the Sandsnet Radio Network Monday night, which goes off 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Jay's on from 10 to 1. We will have achieved, I know, over and above at least that 500, if not more, without a doubt in my mind. So the stash will be gone as a result of the cash.
Every time you say that, it's like I cringe. But, you know, hey, I made a deal, and actually, I didn't think they were going to do it, to tell you the truth. That's why I said 500. I figured, you know, well, we'll try it. We'll give it a shot. You know, we'll get there. But it's going to happen, man. It's going to happen.
Oh,
and I'm happy to do it.
Without a doubt.
I'll cringe, but I'm happy to do it. And it's going to be done live. We'll do it live. We'll pick the night after the 31st, probably during the first week of April. And it'll be live on Uverse, I think it is, or Video, whatever it is. Ustream, that's it.
Ustream,
we'll
right.
set it up. We'll give out the information when the time comes, and you'll see it live. I'll have, we'll set up in the bathroom, and I'll have somebody come in and just watch it happen.
Get the proof.
We'll get the
proof.
buzz.
Yes.
We'll get you'll see it right there, right on the air. So there you have it.
Can't wait to see that happen.
Yeah, I know, wise guy.
I cannot
Son
wait
of
for
a
that.
gun.
And that is a done deal, my friend.
Yeah, I kind of think it is.
Get that razor ready. I'm going to post a link to the charity page, to the donation page, and people can go in there and donate using a credit or a debit card. And you can also, there's a tab where if you want to click it, if you want to donate anonymously, you have that option as well. And if you do not choose to use a credit or debit card, there is a link to what you can do is print out a page and fill it out with your check or money order and send that in. And, this fundraiser will get credit for that contribution you made. And we appreciate that, whatever way you decide to donate. And if you do, we appreciate every little bit that counts. Every little bit counts.
That's for sure. So thank you all. Dollars count, man. Look, we'll take dollar donations. They'll take them. And we don't touch the money. The money goes directly to the Wounded Warrior Project. We don't see it, and we don't touch it. So it's not in our hands. It's not like we're getting the money. We don't touch it. We don't do anything.
Yeah, that's one thing I love about the whole program they have set up over there is that people can directly donate. The money goes right to them. We don't have to get involved with that particular part of the equation, if you will. And I love that that they have that option. Because with all a lot of people get skeptical with all these scams going on out there. Send money in and we'll do this and that with it, and then the money disappears. This is not the case. This is, as Jay was just saying, you go right directly to the link I just posted up. And if you miss it, the link, if you're listening to the archive show right now, the links are available on Jay's show wall and my show wall at Ouija and Exact FM Radio and 186.2. And the Sublimination Station has a link, and Grandpa Al Krushka and the Southern Cowboy, all the people that have gotten behind and supported this. So, and we'll be posting that up again later tonight and moving forward on into Monday over on this platform where Jay does his show every night, Night Talk at 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. So we'll be posting that up in many times throughout the course of that show. And again, tremendous stuff, and I again want to thank everybody that's contributed thus far and all of you out there that are considering donating to this great cause.
Very well said, Ernie. Can you put the link in the chat for? Oh, you have already. Good. Okay.
Yeah, I just put that up in the chat room there. That's the link to go to, and you just click on, you plug in whatever amount you'd like to donate and hit the tab, and it'll bring you to a page. You just put your information in, and like I said, if you want to donate anonymously, if you don't want your name read over the airways or what have you, that's also an option.
All right. Here's what I'm doing. As we're speaking, as you're speaking, Ernie, I am actually setting up
You'll play
on
a
my
couple of
webpage.
PSAs for them?
No.
Oh,
On my
okay.
webpage, where you can go, it'll be a lot easier for you if, hold on a second. Come on. See, I hate when this happens. You can just click on the link. So I'm going to set up a link right now. Let's see. Doobie-doobie-doop-boo.
You know what? I have to ask away, too. I have to call him back because I had a couple of listeners on my show today from over in the UK, and they went in to donate, but it's all in dollar amounts. So I don't know if there's a way, people overseas obviously dealing with, the pound or euros or whatever they're using for their, for their money system. I got to find a way for them to be able to donate too. I don't know. So those of you out in the UK and beyond that might be listening that are interested in donating this, and you absolutely can, I'm going to try to talk to the folks over at the Wounded Warrior Project and see if there is a way, in fact, for you folks to be able to donate with foreign currency. That's another question I had asked today, so I'll get the answer on that as well. And I still got to find out, too, how long after the official deadline of the 31st, how long this particular link will be up there for people to donate as well. So I'm still waiting to get an answer on that fact as also.
Cool. Excellente. All right. Let's see. Nope. I moved that one. Didn't work. I moved the wrong one. All right. I'll get it done. By the end of the day, there will be a link at www.sandsplace.net/SRN. So you can donate to, now there'll be two. There's one to donate to Night Talk, not that one. You'll see it. It'll say Wounded Warrior Project on it, and the Sands Shaves the Stash for Cash program. So look for that. It'll be a lot easier. If you have any problems, please email us or call me, 321-348-9665. Leave us a message. Let us know you're having problems, and we'll coordinate with Wounded Warrior Project to get it fixed.
And my email address is wejaradio@yahoo.com. You can send me a message as well.
If you want to send it directly to Ernie, you could do that.
Absolutely.
Or even to Night Talk, it's sandsplace.net. Night Talk at sandsplace.net.
Right. Either one of those, and we'll be sure to get an answer for you or help you out, whatever you need help with regard to this. And looking forward again to the official start on Monday, St. Patrick's Day coming up, and we'll be running over the course of 2 weeks. So I'd love to see us get all the way up to $3,000.
Wow. Just thinking about that, that's amazing. Simply amazing. But you never know. Steps. People,
yep.
We say it all the time. People in this country, they are the most generous people on the planet. I don't care what anybody says.
Amen to that. I totally agree with that. And just going along with, I know we had your daughter on the air the other day, and she, unbeknownst to me, was already involved with some fundraising efforts, with the Tough Mothers program, raising some money to help out the Wounded Warrior Project, and along with the many of other just regular average citizens, with really, they might not have any family or know of somebody that's in the military or, gets the benefit of these services by the Wounded Warrior Project, but they're out there helping to raise funds. And like you said, Jay, just going along, just to echo what you were saying, that the Americans, without a doubt, and without, with all due modesty, they step up whenever the case arises, whenever the need arises, whether it's for our fellow Americans or for those overseas as well that have gone through a lot of trials and tribulations, with whether it be tsunamis going through there or earthquakes or whatever. We're always the first country to step up, send whatever help we need to help them, whatever they need. We step up and we do it each and every time without fail.
You're right.
So I agree with you 100%. That's another great reason to pump your chest up as an American, because we certainly do many great things for many, not only in our country, as I said, but around the world. in that regard with our charity and our donations and just giving money to countries to help them, with whatever they need help with. We donate millions and trillions and billions of dollars, across this world, to make this a better place. And, I think it's, we should pat ourselves on the back for that. No doubt in my mind.
I agree 100%, my friend. 100%.
Paranormal Phil's heading out to Beverly Hills. All right, Paranormal, thanks for stopping by.
I wanted to mention that what he was doing before he left. He will be, as you know, well, a lot of people don't know, but Paranormal Phil, he hasn't been on the air for a while, but he used to do a program about the paranormal, and it was called was it Paranormal Phil? Yeah, I forget the name of the show. I think it was Paranormal Phil. Well, anyway, it's Paranormal Phil. He's going to be out, and I hope he puts this up on Spreaker. If he can record this somehow and get it up there, would be great. He's doing, I believe, tonight and tomorrow night in Beverly Hills. He's going to be, let's see, at the house in Beverly Hills at the end of the drive where Sharon Tate was murdered by the Manson family. He's going to be doing an investigation and a tour, a ghost tour and an investigation. And I hope he gets that on some kind of tape and puts that up, because that would be fantastic to hear. And good luck with it, Paranormal Phil. And thanks for stopping by.
Absolutely. Very interesting stuff.
And, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to tell you that I'm checking it right now, but the link is up. www.sandsplace.net/SRN. All you got to do is go to the page, click on the, you'll see, donate to the Wounded Warrior Project, and it should take you right there. And it doesn't, so I'll work it out. But by the end of the show today, it will.
Yeah, well, that'd be good. By the time you come on at 10 tonight, Jay, maybe you can give that link to everybody as well, and have people get in there and check it out.
Yes, for sure. Without a doubt. So there you have it. And let's see, speaking about time, we got 8 minutes left to the show, Ernie.
8 minutes, yes, indeed.
8 minutes. Look what
we're heading out to the courts again tonight. Just one game tonight, then, and then heading out to see my uncle performing at a local establishment. So I'm looking forward to that.
So we're not going to hear from you tonight.
It's going to be a late night out on the streets.
Out on the streets, eh? I wish I was going with you.
Well, looking forward to that.
You have a good time. Please tell Bruce I was asking him. Thank him for the CD.
I surely will, Jay, and I'll be right back. Give me 1 minute. Sorry, got somebody at the door. I'll be right back before the end here. Hold on.
All right.
We're right back. Be right back, buddy.
You got it, my friend. So we've got about 7 minutes left of the show. I'm still working on getting this link to you guys. I have to, let me just get rid of this. We'll start all over again while I'm talking to you. And that's it. We'll move that there, take that out of there, cut that. I say cut that. Yeah, and it ain't working. Why? Because it didn't do it right. There it goes. So now we want to do that. We're going to link to another website. Put this here. Bang. I say bang. I guess not. I tell you, I don't know.
Oops, sorry, buddy.
That's all right. I'm flipping here.
Just had to sign for something from the postman. So.
The postman cometh.
The postman knocking on the door.
He be knocking on the door. All right. What should we put as a text? Hypertensive text, hyperlink text. Donate to the Wounded Warrior Project or donate to Sands? What should we put?
Well, I think we should put the name of it as it is on the Wounded Warrior Project page, so that way there, if people want to just go in, there's a search engine where you can go in and type in the name of a particular...
Well, this is going to be a link. It's going to take them right to the page.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah.
So what do we put on it? A Wounded Warrior Project, or do we put...
Sandman shaves his stash for cash to benefit the Wounded Warrior Project. Or does it have to be shorter than that?
Sandman shaves. Hold on, wait a minute. Wait. We're doing this live on the air, ladies and gentlemen. Can you believe this?
Sandman shaves the stash for cash to benefit the Wounded Warrior Project. John Bibbin's in the chat room.
Yeah, he's been.
Put his link up. Okay, thank you, Bibman.
Stash for cash. What?
For cash to benefit the Wounded Warrior Project.
Very good. To benefit the Wounded. That's M.
And I'd like to thank all our friends around Spreaker.com. You know, there are many folks out there that are helping support this program, and it shows you that, you can do positive, great things to help others through this platform. And I just wanted to thank all of those that have stepped up to assist and support this effort, and to, those that have donated already as well. Tremendous.
It's done. Done. Well, let me just check it to see how it looks and see if the link works and takes us to the page. There it is. Boom. And bang. Done. We're hyperlinked, man.
Wow, man, huh?
Yeah.
Wow, you're doing all right for an old dude there, man, with that technology, bro.
Listen, you. Don't let me get started with you, my friend, because if I get started on you, there's going to be a problem here on Sands and Abbott. I'm telling you right now. Old man. I got your old man. I
say that in jest, brother.
You sure? Because I don't know now. I'm just saying, all I'm saying is I don't know, because now,
Yeah. But before we go, Jay, I just wanted to thank again Terrell Osborne for joining us today.
Oh, yeah, man.
The executive and artistic director of the Music One program here in my local area, and the host of In the Spirit, a gospel program every Sunday morning, and Friday nights, First Fridays, another program he sponsors in our local area. And it's just, he's doing tremendous things out there. So I want to thank him for joining us, and we'll welcome him back maybe after the next tour. We can have, like I said, I'd talk to him maybe about having a couple of his students get on the line with us and talk about
wouldn't that be something
to them. I think that would be tremendous if we can make that happen. But again, he's all about the power of positivity, building brighter tomorrows today. And, in many ways, we are so in need of that kind of stuff in our country this day and age, without a doubt.
I agree 100%, my friend. 100%.
But again, it was a great show today, and I really enjoyed being with you, as always, on this Friday. As we move toward we're in the middle of March already, believe it or not. We got about, 6 or 7 days till the official start of spring. So, hallelujah.
And there it is, Ernie. Can you hear it?
Is that our outro?
Yes, it is, my friend, and it means that it's time for us to go. We've got just about, 2 minutes left of the show, so who do we want to thank? And thank quickly.
We want to thank Paranormal Phil. We want to thank, anybody, Amanda for getting in the chat room, and John Bibbin. And those of you that are out there listening that did not get in the chat room. And, just wanted to thank all the great listeners out there that have donated thus far and are considering donating. And I hope you have a great weekend, Jay. And everybody, please stay tuned at 10 p.m. tonight on the Sandsnet Radio Network for Night Talk with Jay Sands, 10 p.m. Eastern Time to 1 a.m. And look forward to that show, Jay, as always.
Thank you, my friend. I also want to thank, once again, Terrell Osborne from Music One, doing a fantastic job out there, teaching kids what it's like to make music and do it the right way. Also, the Ernie Abbott Show, WEJA Radio, right here on Spreaker.com, every day from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And before that, you've got 8 o'clock in the morning to 11 o'clock, Bobby Brown. And that man's got a mind like a sieve when it comes to music. Also, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. every night, Beat Bopper will be with us starting again next week.
Yes, and our best to beat as well.
Yes, thank you.